Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate, without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh? Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you? Yeah, you look like one of those half-starved druids who survived the Charred Conclave. We've picked almost all of you up from the forest by now, so there aren't many of you crooks left out there. So, you're a tree hugger then? Big talk. As always. Yeah, I've never seen you people do anything but fireworks and illusions. Not much use during a real fight, as is evident from you being in here rather than out there. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start... I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell, but them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are, finally. I know, you've a million questions, but they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Do you see what a miracle I am? Healed. Healed. I am no longer sick. You don't need to help me. The Red Priests already did. They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer. The depths, filled with the weirdness, oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me. Have a nice day, kind sir.
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed, but they'll soon see for themselves. Drip, drip, drip. The storm is gathering. At last, the age of resurrections shall end, and then the once and future king will return. I cannot drip. None of us are free, and to go. No, you can go. We are all drip.
Heretic!
unclean. Sacrifice!
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick. I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape yourself? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand. There is no help left for me. I will not ask you for the mercy of death. I believe I should suffer like all the rest of you. It's a trial for all of us. We should face it as equals. When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work. We've had some success treating it up to the 4th stage. But it's still... Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3 back to stage 1. We believe that with the weirdness, my child, in practice, we tried to direct its power. 4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest. It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. May the prophet's word.
I'm not afraid to suffer!
You're not one of... That's not the kind of... There's no saving me now. Even if you have to. And when it's done, Please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know He's the quartermaster of the Horns of the South. If you make it out, you should be able to see it Thank you.
I've already told you everything, I swear. Wait, you're... No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient. Go. Don't worry about it. Run. You've...
You're not a priest. Get out of here. What did you...
Can go now. Now. Can you hear me?
I'm prepared for this. Drop it once you're dead. fate is sealed. Your sins will be punished. We'll send you into the abyss. Your death is certain. We'll send you into the abyss. Drop it once you're dead. Your sins will be punished. Resolve is unshaken. Heretic!
And who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs? Then why are you dressed in their blood? Well, I see you bear the marks of torture too. Maybe the priests messed with your mind. Nothing good. They thought they'd break me fast, like some Camaloshan wimp. Big mistake on their part. Besides, I doubt they were waking you up with a kiss on your forehead either. Conquer, from the Dalrieta pup, if you hadn't already. Really? Now's a good time for a chat. You think the red... If you make it to the Forlorn Swords, you'll meet the tribes. I don't know. Barely saw anything, because You're lucky to have someone risking their own... With great bloody difficulty, that's how. Those bastards laid a trap. There was mead. There were women. One thing I was fighting with me bare arse hanging. Someone must have put some... No time.
Trying to escape, my child? That's very brave of you, I must say. Escape? Me? But this is exactly where I should be. I appreciate your offer, but I believe fate has brought me... I doubt that. You'll soon see that this way of thinking... Torture, you say? That's very interesting. I haven't experienced any torture. Safe travels, my child.
You took your sweet time, eh? But I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time. You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful. At least when it comes to death and dying. Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
It's not here.
I've been waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place? I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am. I do not know. I think it is some kind of prison deep in the weirdness. And you? Why are you here? Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding us. But walk with me. Let's find out together, now that I'm free. I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood. In the end, we won the war. Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Four Dwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs. Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon, we were given the chance to create great things. Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind was meant to be a symbol of that. We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a spectre to haunt us. Once again, it began to devour our home.
Oh, awaken thee, once and future king.
I am his hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach. I am the price. He was the hand that reached beyond knowing. The seeker. He was the hand that reached He was the hand that reached beyond knowing. The seeker who dared cross the boundary.
Ah, yes. I can see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one. It may not seem like it at times, but one always has a choice, even if it's as simple as pushing onwards when others might back down. You brought me back. This is what matters, and for that, I am grateful. But now, let us leave this place and head to Avalon. I need to see my kingdom again. I trust you'll accompany me. Or would you rather stay in this wretched place? Trust me, I wish I knew. I remember death, then darkness, a terrible loneliness, ages upon ages of solitude, and these are all the details I have. Perhaps, in time, I'll remember more. I am not sure. Yet I learned to be grateful of fortunate outcomes, even if they come unexpected. It seems to be a place located between life and death. Or maybe a place that can defy death. But why was it created? By whom and when? These I'm unable to answer. But that's enough questions for now. Let us walk. After years of strife, I must see the legacy of the... No! I see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part. I'm not strong for now. I'll see the world through your eyes. You are a surprising acquaintance, and it will be and since it seems that fate has bound us, seeing my legacy through the eyes of another, a true picture of Avalon, not... Oh, what an adventure!
took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc. I had my suspicions. What I didn't expect was you walking back free of the sickness. So go on. What did you find in there? Really? Then can you explain how you were suddenly cured of an illness that nobody... You found him. I'm truly sorry it turned out to be you. Well, it seems that the Red Priests managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of art. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen, and this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry. You'll pay for it! Don't resist, and you might just survive. I'm sorry, but that had to be done. It shouldn't leave any lasting damage. I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago. You've seen, no, you've felt what he's capable of. This power can't be unleashed on Avalon. Not again. I could, but I have no issue with you. Only with what you carry within you. This means you're safe, unless you decide to stand against me. You are much more valuable to me alive than dead. You've found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening. No, but thanks to you, I finally destroyed a piece of him I couldn't have reached otherwise. And from where I stand, that's progress. What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey. My goal is to destroy King Arthur. To get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collect... He's the reason the world as we know it is coming to... Every time they resurrect him, the weirdness grows stronger. So I've been cleaning this mess for a long time. I stand against the most powerful being Avalon. What would you do were you in my place? Kindly ask your target if... And if you really must know, I knew that you would... Can we leave this behind, or did I judge you incorrect? The plan is to steal Excalibur, or at least what's hiding within that. A piece of our king is bound to it. We'll have to cross that bridge when... The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fort here. Pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without it. Brendan's his name. And yet I still gave you an You'll have plenty of time. I have something to do first, but you should get some rest. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Ah, and here, have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke. Hatred. Yes. That much I understood. But why? What did I take from him that he would go so far? He speaks as if he knows me, as if he has seen something I have not. And yet, I reach for it, and there is nothing. I felt him strike. For a moment, there was nothing. No weight, no... But then, you, or have I never left? I don't... That isn't right. All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous. It should have grown. No. It seems that he knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. If he was a part of my past, then I need. It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, when we do, I should grow stronger. Let's go then, young one. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger, and if something threatens it now, then I will see it